Hello, and welcome to the HEB ISD Spring District Parent Advisory Committee meeting. We have actually two parts, and this video will only be about part one, where we evaluate the family engagement program. My name is Kelly Rawl, and I'm the coordinator of pre-K and family engagement. That is my current title. Going forward, my title will be Coordinator of Family Engagement and Extended Day Academy. Just so you know that this is a recording of a previously live online presentation, and we did break out into different breakout rooms for translated sessions in Spanish, Arabic, and French. So before we evaluate our family engagement program, I think it's very important for each of us to be on the same page about what family engagement actually is. We used to call it parent involvement. And so what we realized was that the term parent involvement is very limiting and exclusive. So by that, we mean that we know that in HEB ISD, we do not have 100% traditional families in our district. So it's important not to use just the word parents, because we have many children, many families, just like myself, who are actually raising children that are not their own natural born children. We are raising our granddaughters. So that's just an example of how someone might not be an actual parent, but they are a family member who is actively involved in their students' education. So we have family engagement laws that govern what we do, and TEA, Texas Education Agency, believes that meaningful partnerships between schools, families, and communities are the foundation of effective schools and are critical to a child's educational well-being. And then this says the State Department, but it's actually the Federal Department of Education. They actually say that families, community members, and educators work together in an equal and respectful partnership to create and provide effective system-wide support for student learning and development from early childhood into college and career or the military. So part of our evaluation process of our family engagement program is to look back at what we did during the current school year so that we can continue, so that we can evaluate and decide whether to continue what we're doing or to make some changes to what we're doing. And you can see that in the 22-23 school year, we actually offered a wide variety of sessions for our families and our teachers and our staff. We actually started out the year by training all of our staff on the value and importance of family engagement. Then we began our adult ESL classes. As we moved on through the year, we also had fall parent advisory committee meetings, as well as welcome to HEB ISD presentations in English, Spanish, Arabic, and French, because those are our predominant languages in our district at this time. You'll notice that some of our family engagement events are geared directly toward all families, and then some of them are geared more specifically toward our emergent bilingual families. So those welcome to HEB ISD presentations are geared toward our emergent bilingual families, and these are families whose native language is not English. And so the welcome videos are part of that effort. Then for everyone, we offered an introduction to the learning brain. We have pre-K family nights. We have K through 6 family nights, we have practical parent education sessions where we work specifically on parenting skills. Then we offer many other parent academy classes. All of the things you see here are listed under the, or are offered under the umbrella of Parent Academy. We have bilingual family engagement programming at all 3 of our bilingual campuses. We have literacy and math nights. We partner with the counseling department for the HEB ISD college fair. We had Talk Up Says Stop. We had the brain and attention session. Then we have our Title III Watch series, and those are actually also geared toward our EB families. We had 2 sessions of Talk Up Says Stop, which is educational programming for adults about the drugs, the most common drugs that we see in our communities, and how our students might be hiding things from us. It's very informative. We have our junior high schools of choice parent information meetings, CK pre-K parent information meetings. We participate in a preschool partnership. We also partner with our special education department to offer Parent Academy classes. We offer positive behavior classes, kindergarten kickoff, pre-K kickoff. And then we also offered emergent bilingual assistance with online pre-K registration. And then we wrapped up our year with our pre-K celebrations of learning, and of course, HEB Reads. So the big question really is, what can we do to better meet your needs? So when you look at the list on the previous slides, did those help you? Were they what you needed at the time? What do you need? And what format do you prefer, in person, online, or some of each? And so what we, remember I told you that this is a recording after the fact of a live online meeting. We did have a nice discussion about Parent Academy and the different things that we're doing across the district. And so the families that were participating in that meeting actually said that they would like to see some things about online safety for their children and their families. They would like to see some more math sessions offered, and they would like to also learn more about the drugs and how to keep our children safe from drugs in our campuses. So they were in favor of additional Tall Cop Says Stop sessions. For the most part, people preferred online sessions because it gave them more flexibility, especially if it's recorded. And several people did say that they would like some of each of the online and in-person sessions, as well as the recordings. So another thing that we did while we were in our meeting was that we actually looked at our district family engagement policy. And this is a very important part of our meeting, where we review our family engagement policy, and then we collect feedback for our next year's family engagement policy, because I'm already in the process of reviewing it, making updates and corrections, and just general revisions to it. But I'm doing so with input from the families across our Title I campuses, because they're part of this decision-making process. You are part of this decision-making process. So notice page 1 gives you the big picture about family engagement in HEB ISD. This paragraph right here tells us why we do this. But in general, we say that students and schools work together with families and communities, and the desired outcome is student achievement. So then we have another visual for district and family engagement department expectations and objectives for meaningful family engagement. So these are our objectives. We want to engage families when they're in the decision-making process. So this is at the student and the family level, as well as the campus and the district level. So this meeting that you're listening to today is actually part of the campus district level decision-making process, because we are asking for your feedback about Parent Academy, as well as asking for your assistance as we review and revise last year's policy to create next year's policy. Then we have two-way communication and collaboration. So this can be between teachers, students, families, and schools. And it is also supposed to be in a format and language that families can understand, that the family can understand. So this visual, I think, really gives you the nuts and bolts of what our family engagement program is. However, if you want more information, then you can look at the following pages. We actually have this document created in English, Spanish, Arabic, and French, and Nepali. If we don't have it this year in Nepali, then we will next year. So we want to keep the verbiage as simple as possible and try to take out as much of the, as many of the abbreviations and the educator speak, that's almost a different language in and of itself. So we want to make it so families can understand. That's the whole purpose. And then another objective is to strengthen the families in HEB. So we provide resources to support student and family wellness, and we try to teach families how to support their students academically at home. And then we support our schools and we build capacity. So we provide technical assistance with policies, compacts, events, and documentation. And then we help them, we support the schools as they provide family communication in a language and in a language that the family can understand. So you can see on page 2, now we have a row on this table for each of these 4 objectives. And with specific details. And the same thing is true on the last 2 pages, how HEB ISD and the Family Engagement Department engages families when making decisions, how HEB ISD and the Family Engagement Department effectively communicates and collaborates with families is row number 2. Then how HEB ISD and the Family Engagement Department strengthens and builds capacity for pre-K through 6th grade families with education and information. And then how the HEB ISD and Family Engagement Department supports schools and builds capacity of all staff members. And then finally, how HEB ISD Family Engagement Department, then our contact information is listed, beginning with mine, and then moving on to my secretary, facilitators, and parent liaisons. So you can see that this document is pretty well, pretty detailed, but if all you're interested in looking at is the visuals, the visual on page 1, then that's great. But this is what we use to help plan our family engagement events. We got some pretty good feedback on this. For instance, people suggested that we take these graphics right here and put them over here to help make that connection between the graphic and what is on page 2 and 3. So that's just something that we're going to be able to do next year. We're also going to update all of the specific dates and the times, and we have direct links to the Parent Academy calendar for requesting interpretation and translation services. We do offer our business meetings and whenever possible, other Parent Academy classes on multiple days and times, as well as multiple languages. And we do collaborate with multiple community organizations. Again, over here, we have more direct links. We have our specific dates and then our contact information. So we'll be updating all of these things for the 23-24 school year with your feedback. We hope that you'll follow us on social media and Twitter. We also hope that you will visit our webpage, which you can see right here, as well as our Parent Academy webpage. This is the link for requesting our language assistance. And so when you get there, you click on Family Request. If one of my colleagues is requesting assistance, then they click on District Request. So we do have the forms available in English, Spanish, Arabic, and French. And however, we can assist with communicating with families of many different languages, not just these 4. So we have a survey that we would like to ask you to complete so that we can try to include your suggestions and consider everything that you're recommending for the 23-24 Family Engagement Program. Here is the link to the survey, and we hope that you will take advantage of that. Hopefully right after you watch this video so that you can remember more about it. However, when you go to the survey, then it will show you the specific documents so that you can refresh your memory on what we talked about in this video. Here is our contact information. Mine is on the right. And then Marie Beckers is on the left, and she is the coordinator of federal programs. And this was her first year this year, and she's done a great job of making our federal programs department her own. And she will be presenting part 2 of our meeting today. And so I do hope that you will stay online and participate in that portion of the meeting as well. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope that you have a great rest of the school year as well as a great summer with your family. Thank you very much, and have a great day.